Hey y'all, I'm Jurdi, and today we're going to talk about the worst zone in all of Classic World of Warcraft. Now, I have played almost every version of Classic possible, minus private servers. I've played Classic in 04, Classic Relaunch in 19, Hardcore when it first came out, Season of Discovery, and now Blizzard's 20th anniversary fresh servers. And this is my first time leveling a Horde character from 1 to 60. I've always leveled Alliance. So this time I figured let's try something different. And as much as I appreciated some zones I'd never been in before, this zone that I went to for the first time was so bad, I am never going back here again. And believe it or not, it's not Desolace. Today, I'm talking about Stonetalon Mountains. Now, like I mentioned earlier, I've always leveled Alliance, and Stonetalon Mountains, at least for me, was a zone that you just kind of organically skipped by doing quests and dungeons in other places. You could quest in Stonetalon. There was a healthy amount of quests you could do, but typically you just kind of skipped it from going through Ashenvale or Wetlands. But if you were to choose to level in Stonetalon, your quests would be very sporadic and have you traveling across the continent. I will say, however, there's a really cool and pretty advanced for its time quest as Alliance where you blow up the mines in Windshear Crag. But again, like I said, this zone is organically skipped pretty much by Alliance players from the other zones and dungeons around the world. Alliance players, however, do need to come here eventually, and that's to grab the flight points. And where is the flight point for Alliance, you might ask? Well, it's all the way up here. And where do Alliance come in to this zone? All the way down here. And where are Alliance trying to go when they leave this zone after grabbing the flight path? All the way down here in Desolace. That's the only reason we ever really come to this zone, is just to grab a connecting flight path. So you have to enter from here, go all the way up here, and then go all the way back down here just to get the flight path once from this zone. Horde kind of have it easy, at least where their flight path's in the middle. Alliance do not. But now let's talk about the Horde side. This is where I really learn about this zone. So when you start here, it's actually fairly simple, and you're kind of tricked into thinking this is going to be a good zone with the introduction quests at the bottom of the map. But once you get past that, that's where it really goes to shit. Let's first talk about some of the quest mobs and their insanely low respawn timers. When you go to Windshear Crag and you have to kill XT9, XT4, and Gorenzo Wrench Whistle, they don't exist. You're sitting there waiting in a group of 5 with other groups of 5 waiting with you to try and get the tag on these mobs because their respawn timer is so insanely long. Now, I'm a bit over exaggerating when I'm saying they don't exist, but this next quest, Elemental War, genuinely do not do that one. Abandon it, because those mobs don't exist. There's only like 2 in the entire map that spawn, and they have a long respawn timer in the Charred Vale. I was doing laps around the Charred Vale trying to find one, and when I finally found my second one, I got killed by Alliance. No, everyone wants this quest! No! Die! No! I'm not going back. And while we're on the topic of the Charred Vale, there's a Harpy quest there. We have to kill 7 types of 4 different Harpies. And for some reason, Blizzard only used 2 different model types for 5 different types of Harpies. I know the quest only needs 4, but there are 5 different types. There's white ones and then red and blue ones. I know there are different models out there. You see them before in different zones. Why didn't they give each model a different color? And the ones that you don't need for the quest at all, share a spawn with the ones that you do need. It's almost impossible to do this quest alone, so you have to group up with other people, which isn't a bad thing, but the quest itself is just a really bad quest. You then have to also factor in the backtracking from these quests and turning them in. You would think, looking at this map, that everything would just be right here in Sunrock Retreat. I wish. I understand that there's a quest hub down here when you first walk in. I wish they would just have progressed that back up to here instead of having to go back down here. These quests here, you turn in back down here. This quest up here, where do you think you turn this quest in? I wish I could say it was right here. It's actually right here in this other quest hub that also exists for some reason. You see this quest right here? Where do you think you turn that one in? You think right here? You'd be stupid if you thought that. You actually turn it in up here, idiot. But what really broke me, what really crushed my soul and just destroyed me from the inside out was one specific quest, and that quest is called Jinzil's Forest Magic. You get tricked at first because you have to kill some deer. They drop their eyes, coarser eyes, and it has a 100% drop rate. So you're killing them thinking, oh wow, this is awesome. I'm getting this pretty fast. This is gonna be an easy quest to do. And then you kill one of the Fey dragons and it drops their scale. Oh wow, this is pretty awesome. This is gonna be a pretty fast quest. And then you get to the panthers and you need their whiskers. I kid you not, had to have killed at least 60 of these panthers just to get the 5 that you need. And just another reference on how long this part of the quest took, just this part of the quest. This is the clip of me farming the last 3 of these whiskers, just the last 3. And this clip is sped up 372%, and it is still longer than half of my video right now. And then on top of that, the oozlings where you need their Stonetalon staff also had the same really low drop rate, but to make it worse, they share a spawn with a different type of ooze that doesn't drop what you need. I gained like 4 bars of experience just trying to do this quest. And then when you finally finish this quest, you are punched in the face with the reminder that the quest turn-in is all the way at the bottom of the map. Get me the hell out of here. I hate this quest so much. And it's all the way at the bottom of the map. And that's why, to me at least, Stonetalon Mountains is the worst zone in all of classic World of Warcraft. Let me know what you think is the worst zone down in the comments below. I hope you haven't had a similar experience to what I had to deal with when I leveled up here. As always, thanks for stopping by and saying hi. Guys, I'm streaming now on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube. Make sure you drop a like and a sub if you like this video. I'm less than 40 subs away from 1,000. And like always, I will see y'all in the next video.